Hey, hey, hey! Hi, everybody! Hi, everybody! We'll give it a minute until everybody can get here so I can see all your comments. How's everybody doing? Do you guys have a good morning so far? Hello! Hi, Kathy! I'm back! Hello, Dr. Kathy! Whittier, California, Miss Olivia. How you guys doing? Not driving this. Yeah, that's probably a really good idea. Wendy? Hello! Hi, Jane. Hi, everybody. Oh. Well, you can't see me. Hi. How you doing? Yeah? I had to clean up from the first mess, and I do mean mess, like huge mess, when I get done with the video. Oh no, I'm sorry, Jeanette. I'm so sorry, Jeanette's sick. Hey, you know, nothing's better than laying in bed with your laptop, your iPad, or your phone when you're sick and watching crafty videos. Yeah. And it's cold here, people. It's just, you know, it was really cold this morning at 9 o'clock when we started. It's still cold. Yeah. Hey, Tammy, are you guys cold down in Oklahoma? I think it is. I think you are down there, aren't you? Okay, how many people we got? It was bananas. You know how I told you guys last time that I literally read every comment. Every comment you guys leave. I figure if you take your time to make a comment, then I'm going to take my time and read it, right? And it kind of makes my day a little bit longer, and I get to stay a little bit longer with you guys when I read all the comments. 2,000. Yes. I will be reading comments during the Chiefs game tonight. I can promise you that. And we had almost 125 people on. I think there might have been more at one point, but that's incredible. Thank you guys for the love. Really, thank you guys for the love. All right, we have 60. Hi, Victor. Hello, Melody. Melody's back. Victor's back. I'm seeing so many faces. All right. Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, hi, Gail. No, thank you for your love. I do. I love reading them. I really do. I really do. Wow, so many people just commented at one time. I saw one person's name and then it was gone. So we have 63 people on. It is straight up 1 o'clock. We should wait till 1:01, shouldn't we? We should. Seattle. No. Miami, Kansas City game. It is ridiculous. We are going to set records today at Arrowhead. When we woke up this morning here, I'm about an hour from Arrowhead, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. It was -1 at 9 o'clock this morning. I think it's around like 3 degrees, maybe 4 degrees. The wind chill is supposed to be -30 to 40 this afternoon. Going into tonight, ridiculous. With no sun, it is going to be cold. And you people that are going to Arrowhead, crazy. That's what you are. You're my kind of folks, but that's crazy. Southern Cal. Hey, Kathy. This is Kathy Pollock. So is Victor. I see my buddy Victor there. Let's see. We got Lakeland, Florida. Oh, and I'm so sorry, but I really hope we beat your Dolphins today. I really do. Oh, let's see. Those temperatures are awful. It's crazy. Chicagoland, Vicky. You're as bad as us, aren't you? Karina, I'm sure Karina's on here. Hi, Penny. I'm sure Karina's on here. They're in Minnesota, and they're getting hit bad, too. So, you see my glass? And my cup. Think positive. I love my Ray Down cups. Okay. It is 2 minutes after. We have 75 people. Let's get started because you guys are going to love this. I have an hour. We should be able to get this done. So hang on a second. I'm going to get you switched over. See, Brian talked me into getting this little computer thing. Some kind of switch of some kind of something so I can be all fancy pants like he is. But for now, I'm going to have to look down at my computer and flip it around. Okay, hold on. Okay, you thought you were going to see it, didn't you? You did. I know you did, but no. No. This is perfect crafting weather because A, you don't feel bad for being outside, right? Because you wouldn't be outside in 2-degree weather anyway. So, hi Nicole, you're from Texas. Pop points for your birthday. You're welcome. Okay, you ready? You guys ready? Oh, I didn't tell him yet. Karina just spilled the beans. Karina's the Robin to my Batman. Now, this card that I'm making is a Karen Aiken original. I tend not to be as creative as the designers with these, and I just tend to copy what's out there, which is why you get me on these events. Karen is the creative one. Our design team is the creative one. Wait till you see this. This is Karen Aiken. She is magnificent. So I called her or messaged her and asked her if I could do her card. You ready for this? It's a little non-traditional. Ready? Ready? I figured it was appropriate for today, right? Okay. This isn't a regular pop-up like you would think. Pop-up like you open it up and pop, it pops up. You make a base. You can write on the back. And this is the pop-up. It is a basket. It's called our woven baskets. Okay. Now I went a little crazy doing this one. Or Karen, I'm going to blame it on Karen Aiken. But I went a little crazy. I used 7 dies on this. Totals over $142 retail. Okay. And I'm going to give it to one lucky person that comments today. One lucky person. Also, I have put all of the dies I've used today on sale, 20% off our website at KarenBurniston.com. So, you guys ready to get started? This was so much fun. And again, it's yet another die that I had to go out and watch Karen Burniston put it together. There's videos on every single pop-up die we have. She does a video. And lo and behold, it took me about 3 minutes into it. And I knew exactly how to do it. And I went back to my desk and made it. So I'm going to show you guys how. So let's get started with the mechanism. I'm going to show you guys a couple more before I feel lucky today. You feeling lucky? Mm-hmm. So this is look at this. So this is the basket as well. Isn't this adorable? It comes with little handles and the little flowers and the little grass. Isn't this just adorable? It's so cute. But wait, I got another one to show you. We have a die that takes the little basket and turns it into a wide basket. It's called the wide woven die. All right, it comes with the big sides, and you just use the sides with the die I'm using today. So, not fun? All right, now before we get started, I will show you the dies that I'm using, okay? So you can go out to KarenBurniston.com and throw them in your basket. So the first one I am using the tree line from the outdoor scene, 1045. Okay, I am using the 1080, the woven basket card. All right, it comes with the dies we're going to use. It comes with grass and flowers and these little things and the handle. Now the wide woven one comes with one of these pieces. It's a little wider. Here's the snowmen. They're ridiculously fun. Okay, 1017. I'm going to use the street lantern. I believe last time that I did a card, did I use a triple? Nope, I think I used the single, but this has a triple. You can turn it into a triple as well. And you can just do wreaths. Fun. I'm using the Christmas trees pop stands. It looks like a Christmas card, doesn't it? Wait till you see the piece that I'm using and why, and then I'm going to show you another use for it. using the Word Set 13 Snow 1167 and the Long Nature's Edges, which is an edge die. There's snowflakes and flowers and trees. This is a fabulous die if you like borders. So let's get started and make our basket. I didn't know exactly how long it would take me to do this on a video with you guys, so I took a few liberties and put part of it together. So this is one piece that I cut out, and the pieces go in here. So this is a finished 2 sides. Okay, what was the number for the lantern and the last one? The last one was 1178, Long Nature's Edges, and the lantern was 1171. And I just dropped dies all over the floor. Okay, so what you're going to cut out to make a basket, let's get all this to the side. What you're going to cut out is 2 of these. So if you think of it, this is side 1, side 2, and then side 3, side 4. Okay, this is what is going to go in the top. We're going to weave through, and this is what is going to go in the bottom, and we're going to weave through. So you need 4 of these and 4 of these. All right, so that's what I did. Now, to start, you're definitely going to want your pH glue, okay? Or you're going to want really sticky double-sided tape. I much prefer this glue because it's for a couple seconds, it's just a little giving, okay? It's just a demo, Penny. There's no way I would kit this. That's why you get to buy the stuff. All right, so this is a fine tip bottle from Burniston. Everybody should have one of these in your arsenal. If you do not, you need this. You definitely need this. It is completely worth the money. It does not come with glue, all right? But we do sell the pH glue to go with it. So this tip, this has the poker that goes in it so it doesn't plug up, and it has a fine tip so your glue goes right where you want it. So we're just going to take this first piece, okay? And we are just going to weave it. It goes under that piece, over, just like a little basket, right? Under, over, and we've got the first weave done. How easy is that, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with the bottom, like that, and I'm going to lift it up a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here. And I'm just going to hold it down. I'm going to give you guys a huge little tip on the glue bottle. And I know some of you have the bottles. So I'm going to give you a little tip. This is a Burniston original right here, all right? This is just a yogurt jar. Any kind of jar will do. This is a paper towel that has been in there for quite a long time. It's got a tiny bit of water in it. If you do this, your glue is always ready to go, and it doesn't clog because of the moisture in the paper towel. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this again on the other side. Now I did find when I was cutting these out and bending these, if you use a heavier cardstock, it's really smart to turn them upside down and score on the back. It'll help your lines be a lot more smooth. Because this cardstock's from the paper cut, and it's a beautiful, it's kind of a cream opalescent, but it's very thick, okay? It's very, very thick. So now we have one part done. Now we're going to take this, and we're going to go through the other side, but before you do, can you guys see the little lines? There's little lines embossed in here. Okay, that helps with the fold, but you can also take this and use a toothpick, or this is my little skewer, my little bamboo skewer, and you can put it around the bottom like that on the back side and roll it over just like that. And when you glue it down, it will create a rounded edge like this. I'm not going to do that for this one because the paper's so heavy, but so all I did was just squish it. And it also helps you get it folded nice so that you've got a nice crease and your creases aren't off. So that's a lot of fun too. So now we're going to go from the top, and we are just going to do the opposite. Just like we used to weave when we were little kids. Did you ever think you'd be doing that again? Weaving paper. All right, that's going to sit right there. And I'm going to take this one, and we'll squish it. I'm going to do the exact same thing. All right, look at that. Done. We're just going to turn it over. And fold this back out. Run a glue line here. And a glue line there. And hold it down for a couple seconds. I do have to say I like it when it's like really cold out and people are inside crafting, because like lots more people are on the video today. I just love it. Thank you guys for joining me. Placemats in kindergarten. Yup. Okay. So now I have this one and I have this one. Now you can do them separately or you can do them together. It's totally up to you. You're going to fold where the folds are and you have little tabs. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing with this one on folds. And I'm going to bend my tab down. And with really heavy cardstock, it's much easier to do if you score it in the back first. Okay, now what I found yesterday, instead of putting it all together now, I am going to decorate my edges while it's still flat. So what I have done with that is I have just taken the snowflake border. Hold on, I'm going to find them. I've taken that long snowflake border in the Long Nature's Edges too. Okay, it's the bottom one. And I have cut it out of the most amazing white glittery cardstock that you will ever see. It does not get all over you. It's not real chunky. I think it might be glacier white. I'm really sorry, Sarah. But it's from the paper cut. Okay, it's really amazing. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a little line here. I found that when I was putting these on after I was done, I kept it, other little things got in the way. Okay, so I'm going to fold my tabs in and I'm just going to trim off right to the corner of where that tab went down. Then I'm going to turn around, do the same thing on this edge. Grab my next row of snowflakes. And hold that down. And trim that off. And fold it. And trim that off. Okay. So we're just going to do the same thing on this side. Hold that down. The pH glue, one thing I love about it is that it dries real fast. It doesn't dry as fast as I go, but it dries pretty quick. So we're going to trim those off. Ta-da. And then we're going to do it one more time. No trimming necessary. And one of the things about this basket, one of my favorite features about this basket, is that when you put it together, this little lip, you don't glue the outside, you only glue the inside, so the outside looks like it's got a lip folded over. It's really pretty awesome. So now we could, if we wanted to, glue those together, but we're not going to yet, because I am going to put my Let It Snow on the fronts while it is laying flat. So I'm just going to glue that right there. if you ever have this glue and it squishes out, all you have to do is just touch it with your hand and pick it up on your finger, and it'll come right off. It's pretty amazing. So all I did to do these letters is I cut one black piece. Actually, I cut a gray piece. I didn't go as harsh as black. I used gray, a metallic gray, and there we go. And I cut a piece of white, and I cut a piece of gray, and I just slightly moved it over a little bit and then glued it on. That's all I did. It's really super easy, and it gives it a backdrop shadow type thing. Okay, so with that, this set also comes with a shadow for the snow. So we are just going to glue it right on there. And this gold mirror is also from the paper cut. And we're just going to put that right on there. And let it sit for a second. And you're not going to believe it, but we have our basket completely decorated on the outside. Isn't that crazy? So while that is gluing itself down, takes a little minute or two. While it does that, I'll just take a sip of my coffee. Okay. Now, I have already put on the back of here some foam tape. Peel it off. Okay, right, and we are just going to, just like that. And that's our front. So now, all we have left to do is put it together. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue, put on here. All right. I'm going to join them together. Just like that. And I'm going to hold it there for a second. I tried to, when I was doing colors, I think I was drawn to Karen's card to do it. One, because it was done and I didn't have to think of anything, but more importantly because the colors were so crazy beautiful, and I love tans and whites and grays and kind of earthy colors, you know, and that's what this ended up being, with just a little splash of blue. So this side I'm going to do okay. And we're going to hold that in place for just a second. And if you would like, whoop, not quite yet. Don't fold it quite yet. Just hang on to it for a second. Patience, that's one thing that I don't have a lot of. I really don't. There are no kits for this, unfortunately. Brian and Carol let me do this without making kits because the kits for this class would be insanely expensive. There's so many pieces to cut in this. And that was the majority of this card, believe it or not. Putting it together doesn't take hardly any time at all. Okay, so this is just a demo. So we are going to let that sit there and dry. And there's the front of our card. There we go. I'm going to let it dry before I try to flatten it again, okay? So we have that piece. We are done. Now we are going to work on these three layers. Oops, you know what I forgot? These pieces. So these are your dividers, okay? these are your dividers, and you're going to do one of the folds to the outside and the other fold to one to the front and one to the back. I guess that's how I should say it. All right. Then when you put these in here, they are just going to sit right on the second, right on this one, on the second one down, okay? Now, they come like this when you cut them with grass, but I don't want them with grass. So I'm just going to cut it down just a tiny bit. I'm just going to cut the top right off. Cut a little bit more. And it doesn't matter whether it's straight or not because we're going to cover it up anyway. Okay. Now you could save these if you want white grass. I don't know. Today we kind of have white grass. But what we're going to do now is just put a little bit of glue on this one. And a little bit of glue on this tab. And these are going to face the back. So we want to make sure we have our front here, okay? Don't put them in the wrong way. And it will fit right on that tab. And right there. If you hold it for just a second, it will glue itself down. This is the most awkward part of the whole entire thing, is doing two things at once. And I suppose that you could glue it one at a time if you really wanted to, which is probably how you should do it. But I'm just going to sit here and hold it for a sec. La 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 la. Okay, so there's our little thing in there. Whoop. And that's why it wasn't staying in place, because I didn't have it straight. So I'm going to just add a little bit more glue in there. And I might not have had enough glue on it either, guys. And now I can't see on the inside. So and now you guys know one of the reasons that now you know why it's, you know, pop-ups for dummies with Tanya. Because there are some people that fly through doing these things, and then there are people like me, and I literally have to go in and watch Karen's videos so that she can teach me how to do these. Right? And I love him, and she is the absolute master of videos. She's insanely different than I am, like a complete one. Hers are professional, and you know, everything is in line and everything's beautifully cut. And then there's me. And I think that's why we are such good partners together, is we are very different in that respect. And so now I'm just going to put the next one in here. Okay. They say that opposite people do well together. She is polished and professional, and I'm like a bull in a china closet. But I figured that there were other people like me that these dies, I had Karen come to my store when I very first had my store at Stampers Inc. in Shawnee, Kansas, in Kansas City. And she came to my store, and it was absolutely crazy, and people went nuts, and the weekend was huge, and it was fabulous. And we had tons of people that are very comfortable doing this kind of thing, and they can figure it out. And then there's people like me. And so then Karen and I went into business together, and these are very intimidating to me. I don't read instructions well. But the good thing, I don't like to. I guess I shouldn't say well. It's that I don't like to read instructions. I don't have the patience for that. I like to, you know, look at videos and stuff like that. Well, these dies were a little bit intimidating because, I mean, dang, they look like they'd be so hard, right? And once I put one together, I'm just holding this to let this dry. That's all I'm doing, is just holding this in place to let this dry. So once I put one together, I'm like, holy cow, this is easy. This is a lot easier than it looks, right? A lot easier. And I'm like, I bet there's a whole bunch of people like me that these kind of intimidate. You know, people that love to make cards, but they're kind of intimidated by, I mean, this does not look like it's an easy card to make, does it? It doesn't look like it's easy. It doesn't, but it really super is. That's all there is to it. Okay, I just put my two little things in. These face the back and these tabs face the front. We're going to set this aside and let that be for a while. So that's why I started doing these videos. All right. I wanted to call it Pop-Up for Dummies, but then I didn't want to insinuate that anybody was a dummy, but that's kind of how I felt. But anyway, so we're going to work on our layers now. So this is layer 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're going to start. We're just going to do layer 3. So I used the tree. I used the tree in this border right here. Okay, I cut it out a couple times and then I fit it. I used this as a sample. If you just cut your little tabs off, like that, you just whack them off, then you can use this to make sure that it fits inside there. It's kind of your little template, and we're just going to set it aside, and we're just going to start building this back template is all we're going to do. So the first thing that we're going to do is, oh, now it has trees on it. We're going to take the trees off. No, we're not. Nah, I think we'll leave them. So this tree is going to go back behind, just like that. Now make sure you don't get them out here because we're going to tuck this inside the box, so we don't want anything to go past the outside, or we'll trim it off. So we'll put a little glue on here and there and there. And we'll sit that just like that. Then we are going to use this one, and we will put him right there. So, okay, just like that. And now, in that set with the trees, there's also pieces to decorate. Okay, let me see if I can find it. This, uh-oh. Yeah, it's open on the bottom. You guys get to see my sets, but there's lots of pieces to decorate this tree with, which is what the star is and what is these little guys. So I just cut these out of a darker gold, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to run one line this way and one line this way and one line that way, and we're just going to put them on. So that one's going to go there. This one is going to go here. And this one is going to go right there. Now I can bend it just a tiny bit, okay? But there's a little space there, and I want to fill that up. And we're going to do that by just trimming these off. So now I have the extras to just put an extra one right there. And we'll trim it off. Okay, how easy is that? Now we have two stars. I'm going to put the big one in the front and the little one in the back. And I cut this out of gold mirror stock. Oh, I love it. Again, another paper cut paper. All right, so we're going to put the big one in the front. We're going to put the little one in the back. And ta-da! Right? So I decided that I wanted something poking out, you know, just to make it more grand. You know, so then I cut some of these little guys. And this is included in the woven box. So all I'm going to do is just put a little glue here. A 140 people. Wow, I think we set a record today, folks. 140 people watching. And just so you guys know, you guys are commenting to win. Okay? Commenting, we will draw a winner. At the end, Karina uses random.org to put the amount of comments in, and then it tells us which person wins. But I literally go through, I think I'm going to set these just a little like that. I literally go through and I read every single comment. Okay? Now, there you have this, right? So what are we going to do with this? We are going to take this little guy and it's going to sit right in here. So let's put some glue on the inside right there. I am going to slide that right in place. I'm going to hold it just for a second. I'm actually going to close my little box and make sure that nothing catches here. All right. And I'm going to work it the other way too. And I'm going to snip these little guys right off here. They don't stick out so much. So there we have it. That's our back layer. Now let's go to the lamp layer. This is super easy as well. The lamp post is fun because you can make it tall, you can make it short, all kinds of stuff. So we are going to start again. I used my little piece. The piece I cut was about this long. It was probably about 5-6 inches. And so I went and I used this first. Put that on there. Made sure that it's the width. Yep, it is. Okay, good. So this is where we will start. Now let's put together a lamp post. Now you can leave your lamp post just like this, but you can also put this on there as well. So to do that, I just cut this little ball off. And whap. Whoops. Cutting it straight would help. Then you are going to put one on one side and one on the other. I'm going to put my little, I cut this out of gold, not yellow, because I wanted it to kind of match. In little tiny pieces like this, I use my quick stick. This is a must because I want it this way. Because little pieces, I am not that patient. And I lose little pieces all the time. Like, I just lost the other. Yeah, somewhere along the line I lost the other side of this. It's probably on here somewhere. That's okay. So we're just going to use this as the front. Okay, so that is just going to glue on there. Now, if you were to add a second and a third light post, right, they would go right here. You just glue them on and make 3. But for this one, I'm going to turn it around. And doing this part right here, I have found just makes it a little bit more sturdy. You can also put acetate between the two and make it look glassy. You can put vellum in between the two and make it look like frosted glass. Okay, there's our lamppost. We are going to take this little guy. I want it to be in front and to wrap around. So this is actually greenery, but I'm doing it out of white. So that's going to sit just like that. All right. Get it in there. That on the outside. And then bring it underneath here. And take it over the top. Alright. And you really don't even need glue for that. I mean, it's not going to fall out, right? So I'm not going to worry about it. Then, in one of the sets, I do believe it is the outdoor scene, there are clouds. But that's not what I'm going to use it for. So when you put this in, my card is a 6x6 today. So I want to make sure that when I have this closed and I have this inside my little box, that it doesn't stick up out of the top. I want the most I can get out of it. I want it as tall as I can get it, like right there. maybe a little shorter. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a look and see where that sits. And it's just right about here, is as tall as I can go. So I'm just going to cut it off right here. Then I am going to take that and I'm going to glue it right on there. And then I'm going to take my little clouds that I cut out of the silver glitter paper and I'm going to make some snow. Yep. And that is a Karen Aiken original. She used clouds for something else and out of a different set, and that's just amazing that it turns into little pieces of snow. Look at that. Okay. That is all for this piece. That's it. So now we're going to open this back up. Uh-oh. I knocked a piece of mine off. Must not have let it dry very as long as it needed to. Hold on. Get that guy back in there. And while we're at it, we'll put a little glue on this little piece right here. Okay, we will slide this guy right in. And hold him down. Now you can also, if you want, you could attach these to the dividers before you put them in. I suppose that would work too. We're going to hold it just for a second so it doesn't slide away on me. And then we will do our final piece, which is our little snowman. And I did do some assembly on this little guy first. So see how that is? We're working it. There we go. All right, so here is, if I don't tear it up first. So here is the piece, of course, that I used from before, right? Just measured it off. Now, with this guy, you're not going to see the trees behind him. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these little trees off and I'm going to save them for later because I might be able to use them somewhere else. You never know. We're going to put our little snowman together. Now these pieces, these are actually all die cut. All right, but I did not know how much time I was going to have, so I went ahead and cut them out and put them together because I figured with my luck I would lose them and then I'd be running around looking silly, looking for little tiny black dots. Okay. Now we're just going to attach that there. Okay. Karina just put a link to the pop-up peeps up there. That is our Facebook group. And if you like this card, join that group because I have never seen so many crazy talented people. Alrighty. So we have that. Here is his hats. And in this little set, in the snowman set, it comes with his little hat piece. Now, if you can use this, if you cut this 3 times out of, say, a plaid, right, you can use it to make his scarf. Really cute. So we're just going to put this together. And I took a bow out of one of the sets. I can't remember. But one of the sets that I have has a little bow in it. One of the sets that are on the website on sale. And just in case you weren't here when we first started, all of the dies that I'm using today for this is on our website on sale for 20% off. It's a great deal. Okay. We're going to tilt his little hat just a tiny bit. And for his arm, let's see. I'm going to do it up because he's going to be holding a snowflake. So I'm going to do this. Put that on there. Now this arm can go out if you want it out. It can come down if you want it down. It can do anything you want, but I want him to say, "Hey, how you doing?" when you open up this card. There you go. And the last thing to do is put a little snowflake on his hand. And to put him on our little divider. Isn't that cute? He's so adorable. And I cut out 2 more little clouds, right? Because we want snow. Little snows. Nope, we want it the other way. Now I'm going to show you something. If you don't like how the die piece lays, if you use it like that, I am going to put it off the edge over here. And I already told you that's not going to work, but I'm going to show you something. Let's do it over here. There. Oops. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I have to get rid of these because it won't fit. So I'm just going to turn it over and trim them right to that edge. And so that's what I have. Then the last piece is seriously just putting it right in the front. And then we're going to do our base. It's kind of nice to do a card like this that comes out of the base. This takes the smaller footprint, you know, than a big card would. And people can take it out and put it on their desk. You know, it's just a nice thing. They could use it as a little decoration in their kitchen. I don't know, stick it in your bathroom. Look at that. How easy is that, right? Super easy. Super easy. Now I have these 2, and I can go ahead and stick them back behind anywhere I want. They just fell out. Or I can even put them in the front. Then it'll look like that. But now what I'm going to do is, now that we have this basket completely done, I am going to show you how to do the bottom piece. So all I did was I cut 4 strips of the snowflake borders. I cut 2 more of these little guys. And there is a die. Excuse me. There's a die. Let me get the woven basket back out here. Where are you at? The woven basket's so much fun. It's got this little piece right here, this little dots. Then it's got your little, I don't know what these are called. They're little sprigs of something. Okay. So all of that is in here. All I did is cut them out of all the different colors that I was using. Okay. This paper, I do believe, is Echo Park. Pretty sure it is. So I am going to just glue this down. Normally I would use zip dry for this, but I'm going to use what's out, and I hope I don't screw up. Okay. And I just cut it 1/4 inch smaller so it would sit in there. Now this one, I cut to 4 inches. All right. And I'm just going to go around that. And lay that on there. Okay, and this is giving me a little bit of fits, probably because I haven't put the lid back in. So if it's going a little, if it's coming out a little slow for you, just put it back in and it'll go back down in. And then pull it back out, okay? And you should be fine. So now what I'm going to do is I am just going to put my snowflake border around here. I'm going to do one side at a time. Just like that. Let's see, let's try, there we go. And then I'm just going to trim that off to where it still looks like a snowflake, a whole snowflake. And this side I'm going to trim off. Looks like a little snowflake. And we're going to do that 3 more times. Okay, so what time is it? You guys have 12 minutes. Keep commenting because somebody is going to win the entire die set, all of them, that I used to make this card. Now, if you don't have, say, a snowflake border, you know, that specific border, or if you have any kind of die with a snowflake in it, use that. You know, get your pop-up die and start there. That's the best way to do it. And just go along the edge here. Keep on right on going. And one more. Just like that. I think I actually had one of them cut to length. It's the last one I grabbed, right? Okay. And that is going to lay right there. I am a very messy crafter, so I have glue all over my hands. And normally I have a baby wipe, but I don't. So that's why it's sticking everywhere. Okay. So that's all out of the way. So now I've got this little piece, right? And I am just going to stick that right here along the edge. And I'm going to take another one, and I use the same colors on this, but it can be, you know, a different color if you want. It's all up to you. And I'm putting that here. Make it look like a little bouquet. Gosh dang it. This is my issue when I do cards like this, is I always lose little pieces. I should come up with a better way, I think. Anyway, there's supposed to be a gold bow. You guys probably see it. I don't. However, I did on the original take a little gold bow and put around there to wrap it. Now I've got a whole bunch of these little dots that I cut out, and I'm just going to do like 5. Always do an odd amount when you do something like this. I'm just going to use my little picker-upper, and you can get this on our website, by the way. I don't think I could live without a little picker-upper. And I'm just going to stick them on. Oh, I'm not going to use all big ones. Let's use a little one there. And a little one over here. Darn it. I really need that bow. I really, really, really need that bow. Alright, well, I'm not going to have that bow, but I'm going to put one on there before I send this out. You can also take one of your trees, or maybe both your trees. Let's just cut those off and put those down there. And they can go right along. And cut it off. And so I can set it. Set one right there. And maybe one back behind it. Cute, huh? All right. So I hope everybody has gone out and got their door prize tickets for today. Now, this is just your base. Before I would send this out, I would turn it over and I would write on the back of it, write my note on the back. And that's another reason that I like using this type of card is your notes. You can sit this out on the table, but whatever you write to them is hidden. So, you know, I always hate putting people's cards out and then showing them to people, other people, if there's a message in there. It's like, I don't want you reading my messages. And that just sits like that. Or it goes in an envelope and sits just like that. And it just folds nice and flat. Isn't that gorgeous? Amazing! So let me show you one more time. Oh, I wanted to show you something else. So the little trees that we used, these were the dies, in case you would like to write them down. All right, 1080 is the woven basket card. What? Get the focus, baby. Here we go. All right, 1080 is the woven basket. Now we also have the wide woven baskets that will make it a wider basket like this. Okay. Then we have the outdoor scene, which is 1045. We have 1064, which is the Christmas trees pop stand. Now this in itself will make a pop-up. Okay, but look what I did. Look at this. It's a little shaker. These have these pieces that you cut out. Well, I only wanted the inside trees. So I had these pieces sitting out and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like a shaker piece. It makes the most wonderful two-sided shaker pieces that you can just put on a card. Put a couple of these on a card. I don't know. Pop them up. I don't know. Might try that. Fun, huh? Okay, so that's the Christmas trees pop stand. 1178 is our long nature's edges. And there's snowflakes and flowers. Oh, and there's clouds in that too that you can use for snow. 1167, which is the word set 13. 1171, which is the street lantern pop-up. And it comes with all the fun stuff. And there's, see, there's my bow. It's in there somewhere. And then finally, the little snowman. Isn't he cute? Love it. I'm kind of into gingerbread right now. It'd be so cute to do one of these little baskets with gingerbread snowmen in it. Yes! Okay. So, with that said, I have got 5 minutes left. Would you guys like to see some really other fun little creations from Karen Burniston? Make sure that you go out and join the Pop-Up Peeps page. That's where you will find all of the most amazing ideas you have ever seen. That people come up with it's insane. It just takes your breath away. How amazing it is. So that is Pop-Up Peeps, the Karen Burniston Pop-Up Peeps. And again, go to Karen's YouTube channel. It is crazy. If you go to the sale category, they're all in the sale category, so you'll see them all, okay? So are you ready for some fun little cards for the last 5 minutes? It'll give you time to get some more comments in. All right. Little St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. This is actually a die. These are all individual little pieces. I'm going to try to give credit where credit's due. Karen B. Isn't that gorgeous? So gorgeous. Okay. Here's another little St. Patrick's card. This is a Riley and Company stamp. And cute. The oval pop-up, and there's, it's just so adorable. Little leprechaun. This is ingenious. I hope you guys can see this. It's a chocolate bar. It is crazy. It's a chocolate bar. Okay? all she did, there's a brown piece underneath. Then she took little brown squares and made little matching little brown squares. And then she took our letters that we have in the alphabet set and just put them right back in so it looks like it's raised right on the chocolate, and tore pieces for the front. Crazy! And look, you're so sweet. S'mores and chocolate bars and hearts and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, now a little Valentine love here. Look at this. He's so cute. It's a little monkey. Don't forget, keep commenting. You have 3 minutes until I'm out of here. It really does work like that. Does that blow your minds? She thinks up these things. I mean, there are other companies that have came out with pop-up dies. They try. She's an engineer. Karen has got the most brilliant mind, I swear. So there you go. That is the mailbox. Love it. Then here's another little Valentine's card. Really cute. Ready? Aww. This is one of my favorite dies. I use it for everything. I love it, love it, love it. It's the Photo Collage pop-up die. Love it. If you guys saw the fall cards that I did, I used that too. You can literally attach anything to this mechanism. This is another little Valentine card made with the alphabet. Look at this. Ta-da. Little pop-up. This has 4. Isn't that cute? Yay. And ta-da. Little swirly pop-ups on every one of them with little magnetic enclosures. And I'm saving this one till last because it's going to blow your mind. Oh, here's another one. It was hiding. So I have 1 more minute. Isn't that beautiful? Another KB original. And look at that. I've done a card with this. This is, we did the Halloween card with this. Super easy. And finally, blows me away. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to. Ready? A house of cards. Yes, you can get the little tiny card decks on our website too. Yeah. What made the mailbox card? The mailbox die. Isn't this fun? I know, I love it. All right, folks, that's all the time I have today. I can get back. I'm still here. Thank you very much, very, very much for taking time out of your day, for hanging with us until the show this afternoon, for joining me this morning and then hanging in there and watching me again this afternoon. I appreciate that so much. You just have no idea. So have a fabulous new year, everybody. I look forward to seeing you on these shows. And finally, a huge thanks to the Robin, to my Batman, Karina, for being with me today and showing you guys all the good stuff. And thanks to Brian and Carol. I love you guys. Take care and have a great, great afternoon. Stay warm and go Chiefs and get your mammogram. I think that's it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.